言うことは一つだけ。絶対負けねえ。俺の実力を見せてやるぜ。ガンガン生かしてもらうぜ。
絶対に俺たちが勝つぞ。行くぜ。
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Like I says here with a new player analysis. We're gonna take a look at the players that were just put in this new banner. It's Nita, Blindingly Fast Falcon, Tsubasa Ozora, Football Legend, and Shingo Aoi, the Top Gear. This is the return of the best player of the game when it comes to having a banner where he is drawable. For a while he was the third best player in the game, but they announced him with some extra stuff, which was the hidden ability, which everyone was surprised about, and everyone should have been surprised about because it goes against literally everything KLab said the hidden ability was going to be about. And so here we have Shingo Aoi, the Top Gear, as a hidden ability character, readily available for you to pull. Then we also have Tsubasa Ozora, Football Legend, the Tsubasa that was released during the same time as the Rival in a 3+1 banner, who is pretty good, not bad at all. And then this new Nita, who, as you will see, shares a lot of similarities with the characters already been released, and we're going to talk about him first. So let's begin. First off, we got Nita, the Blindingly Fast Falcon. So for all of you who keep poking fun at Teravat for saying that green is hard mode, a lot of you like, oh, green is hard mode, oh, but now you got Dream Fast Genzo. Well, here's the actual living embodiment of the statement that green is hard mode. So normally you look at this character and you see everything that he has and you'd be like, wow, this guy's pretty great. And you look at his passive and his stats and you're like, wow, those are all pretty good. The only way you can really maximize this unit's power is the same way that you maximize any Nita's power, which is that you have to gut other characters to do it. You would have to kill Dreamfest Nita and Dream Collection Nita. Dreamfest for his shot and Dream Collection for his volley, because he comes with 2S defensive skills. Which is the ultimate way that KLab tells screen players that they don't get to enjoy the game as everyone else unless they spend a lot of money. To be able, even just to get him at a baseline level of strength where you're probably going to be able to use him and see success in a full Japan team or in a full Japan green team, you have to kill Dreamfest Nita for him. At the very least, he's very, very good. He requires a lot of investment to get where he's going. And at the end of the day, his stats do get pretty big. So we're going to look at his regular limit break and pros and cons, and also how strong he is once he has a limit break, like I suggest, and also his full passive activated. Because his passive is 25% Japan nationality link, just like the previous Aoi. But don't get too excited because it's not. The levelers are no longer quite the same. So pros sort of the same as Red World Cup Aoi, with the difference is that with the below limit break in a full Japanese team, what he ends up getting is 12.2k dribble, 13.5k shot, 15.2k volley, 9.9k pass, 13.6k tackle, and 11.2k intercept. He's probably the second best green Japanese forward in the game. I still think that the best one is the middle school Masao, even though the middle school Masao, I think he's the best pure forward, but not the best scorer. The best scorer is still Masao. And cons, unlike Aoi, his skills cap a little lower on their strength. The best shot is only 450 and his best volley only 440. High speed tackle and Falcon Intercept are both 415 cap skills, which are really not that impressive and don't make you feel good about spending S-balls on them. Also, he doesn't learn a 1-2, and so you kind of have to run him in a full Japanese squad to maximize his strength. But as many people know, that's not really like a mark against him, because running full Japan is really not that hard. For limit break, I would split up the top column into 889 because his passive will do a lot of the buffing of the stats for you. You could always just go full speed and it'll still be very good. 25 shot, 25 power, and then intercept 22, technique 3. The reason for no pass is because if you want to take full advantage of him as a striker, you're not going to be able to learn pass, and pass is not his strongest suit. You could do 997 in the bottom column also, and that gives him a little bit over 10k pass, and teach him a Falcon pass and just ignore the volley. And that's also a decent option, especially if he's out there to recover the ball, and sometimes instead of shooting himself, he's there to set up Masao. So that is an option you may want to consider. Stamina 914, pretty okay. His stats, as you can see, normally they don't look too great. 9.1k dribble, 9.3k shot, and 10.2k tackle are actually very, very, very good. But 7.8k pass, 7.9k intercept, and 6.3k block are kind of questionable. He is good at low balls, which helps him out there. But if we see what he looks like once he is in a full Japanese team with the limit break I've proposed, he's actually crazy strong. He has 12.2k dribble, 13.5k shot, 13.6k tackle, 9.9k pass, 11.2k intercept. This is basically better than a lot of Dreamfest units. This is definitely better than Dreamfest Nita, so if you do play him in a full Japanese team, he is leaps and bounds better than Dreamfest Nita. I think he effectively pushes Dreamfest Nita out of S tier down to A tier of all things, because this character just does what he does so much better. The only difference is that it's a lot easier to just grab Dreamfest Nita and start doing things. For his skill build, he comes with S high speed tackle and S falcon intercept. Those are both pretty mediocre defensive skills, but they are S skills, and I mean, they'll start off strong out of the box because they're S skills, but they're otherwise kind of unimpressive. To really get the most out of him, you'll have to give him S high speed running falcon shot and A high speed dribble, and then the last one you can give him non-trap running volley falcon shot, the one from Dream Collection, or you could sort of hang on to that and give him A falcon pass instead if you go with the one that actually also limit breaks pass. You won't really be using pass here though, since you already come with 2 S defensive skills. You could try to replace the intercept on A version if you'd like. It really sucks the only good sources of skills for Nita are from Dream limited versions. They're the primary skills on both, so it's not like you could pull the skills off and feel good about still having the units. I'm not sure what KLab is thinking designing units like this. Rainbow Japan is likely the best archetype in the game right now though, because you'll run this guy next to like Dreamfest Hyuga, and then you'll have World Cup Aoi somewhere in the back, and then like Tsubasa, and everything goes to hell. He is a forward. His roles are striker and defense. He is one of the rare forwards that's actually full committed to defense. Also, because he's just there to harass any midfielder or defender who has the ball. I rate him S. Would I go for broke for him? Yes, actually. If you are green or you're running full Japan, this character is monstrously good for you. And so there's like 2 archetypes that actually really want him. Otherwise, I would say like no, please don't. But I think he's kind of worth going for broke for. But only, I guess maybe I should have written maybe there, but I'm gonna stand by my GFB, even though he's S. He's the first S actual GFB, I guess. Also, his team skill is nice. He gets a +10 to all Japan, which is pretty decent. Next up, we've got Tsubasa Ozora, football legend. He was an offensive powerhouse who can also tackle and get stronger during full power. This Tsubasa was at the original time of his release one of the best and most desirable characters in the game, and to this day, he kind of still remains that way to some extent. He's got 9.2k in his non-shooting parameters and 10.5k shot. He has a healthy 20% boost when in full power. So this Tsubasa is conditionally strong, but it's an easy to meet condition. You just activate full power. That means you can control when it happens and everything. Now, that does mean that sometimes if you want to maximize, you're going to be holding onto your full power for longer than you want, which is not optimal. He's likely to be one of your clutch scorers because proper full power management is crucial in extracting the most value out of his benefits. And you're probably going to activate full power when you want to score anyway, so you can bring up the ball very easily in full power, save a lot of stamina, and then murder the goalkeeper all by himself. The only downside might be that Tsubasa is so intensely useful right now in this current meta, it might crowd him out of a starting spot on your team. Pros: 9.2k dribble and pass, 10.5k shot, 8.6k tackle, and a great 475 cap shot. He has fantastic A dribble, which is 365 cap, and that's basically EX level for a regular A skill. He has amazing skill support. He's the main character after all. He busts himself 20% during full power. He has amazing stamina. For his cons, he's got a mediocre team skill. His passive buff is conditional. It's easy to wide pass over him due to his really bad intercept stat, and most of his defense gets done in matchups with AA, EX, Aurora, Curtain. For his limit break, I would do 22-3. Actually, I would do probably like I would do 8-8-9 dribble tackle speed, 25 shot, 25 power, and then 22-3 pass technique. And the reason why I thought about that one is because the slide that I have originally here is wrong. And you're going to see a corrected slide, but right now I forgot to edit a limit break from an older character, so I haven't really fixed it. But yeah, I would do 8-8-9 dribble tackle speed, 25-25 shot power, and then 22-3 pass technique. Because he's good at all 3 of those things, and also since he's decent at tackle, you do kind of want to buff it. You could just give him 25 speed and be done with it, so do consider that as well. 25 speed is always a good limit break in this meta because you do want to be in more matchups, but he doesn't have like auto intercept, so it's not like you're out here sweating the fact that he doesn't have a ton of speed. For his stamina, he's got 1071 stamina. It's really good. His stats pretty great in the offensive department and kind of weird in the defensive department except for tackle. That does result in 9.2k dribble, 10.5k shot, 9.2k pass, and 8.6k tackle. His intercept and his block are really whatever. You're not going to teach him intercept. He's basically an offensive character that can tackle, He is good at high and low ball, so always remember that Tsubasa is always good at high and low balls. For a skill build, keep the wing shot. Obviously, you can't do anything about it, but it's good. That's the one you're going to be using. Wing dribble is nice. Drive pass is nice if you can get it to him. If not, C drive pass will have to do. S golden duo as your other option for bringing the ball up. And then A aurora curtain EX is something that I hope you still have. If not, keep the regular one. Only one defensive skill you need to teach him. If you don't have it, the original aurora curtain will be just fine in his absence. His shot is a 475 cap with no blowaways. It makes it vastly superior to Skywing shot, which of course raises several questions. But I'm not here to answer those. That's KLab Design's department job. Position, attacking midfielder only. His role is as a striker and an enabler. I rate him S, and unlike Nita, I don't know that I would go for broke for him. If you have Tsubasa, you're basically set on Tsubasa for red. This character is not as overall powerful in the game. He is a good unit. He can score. He can do a lot of things. But Tsubasa ruins the game for non-Japanese players almost because it nerfs them by 5%. So as you can see, that's like a big difference, right? Like you got to consider those two things and how they work with each other. But yeah, I still rate him an S, but go for Brook. Maybe you don't have a red Tsubasa and you really want one and you don't have Tsubasa. This is a perfectly good unit to have. It's perfectly good to have them both for different reasons. So do as you like when it comes to this guy. And now, ultimately, the character I really don't want to talk about, but we have to talk about him anyways. We got Shingo Aoi, the top gear. For a long time, Aoi was the unparalleled best character in the game. Sure, the restrictions you had to unlock his maximum potential, they were a little rough. You had to play him in full Japan to enjoy 25% buff, but once you did, you basically had a character to do everything. It was 10k to every stat pre-limit break. He was a wildly great shooter with long distance set shot. Amazing skill support. There was nothing he couldn't do well. And boy, did it show for a very long period of time. Basically, green used to automatically lose to this character. There are videos, there are stories, there's all sorts of conversations about how I would see this character and just be like, well, guess I'm not winning today. Capitano famously beat the crap out of me twice. One of the few people whose name actually came to fruition by having the name I Make You Quit, and actually did make me quit. It was just really silly. Green basically had no recourse against him. No version of Green had any recourse against him until Salinas, and then even then Salinas still got bodied a lot. Now they brought him back. He's even stronger. He has hidden abilities that no one wanted, asked for, or needed. This is the horrifying return of the undisputed #1. He's back. He's stronger, and his buff is 30% instead of 25% because that's nice. What does that mean? It means that his pros are that he's top 15 at everything in the game. Literally, he is top 15 amongst all characters at everything in the game. Everything. With the below limit break and a full Japanese squad, he has 11.8k dribble, 15.4k shot, 12.4k pass, 11.7k tackle, and 12.4k intercept. He has the skills to back all of that up. That is all insane. By the way, he has like 19k volley also. Every one of his hidden abilities is broken. Not everything is useful on him. Everything they gave him was useful. All of it. Even the one that's mediocre is useful. Cons, you have to run him in a full Japanese squad to maximize strength, and also another con is that he basically ruins the game. Limit break 889, 25, 25, 997. Ignore block. Everything else you'll put a little bit into because his stats are so high and his buff is so high that just by doing this, you actually make everything he's strong at very, very much so stronger. So you're giving him like 700 to every stat that's not shot and power, which since he's already better than everyone else at everything, you're just kind of like driving in the stake of how much better you are because it's just an extra 700 to everything. It's just real stupid. Man, as you notice that when I rated him, he's actually not rateable. Like, he's just the best character in the game, and so he gets the medal. If they ever release another best character of the game, I will give them the medal instead, and then you'll know that this guy gets downgraded to double S. But since he is by far the best character in the game, he gets a little medal instead. His hidden abilities: auto intercept enhance. KLab gave a character that learns a AEX pass cut with a high cap, a 50% auto pass cut. Wow. Double S. Recover. You thought you could get this annoying murderous net off of you? Well, think again. He has auto intercept enhance, which means that he's going to try to cut the ball passively. And if that fails, he recovers immediately. By the way, that means that if you beat him in a matchup and you don't immediately get rid of the ball, he recovers, probably runs on top of you, and you try to wipe past the ball away. He's going to use his recover and be right on top of you again. That is really balanced. It's real stupid. Jesus Christ, KLab, what are you doing? Stamina cost down. By the way, he has 1,220 stamina, and also all his stamina, all his skills are 10%. I don't know why I'm bothering. I really don't know why I'm bothering. This is overkill. He basically can almost shoot 4 times per half without full power. Why is this? Why? What am I reading? Why was this released? KLab, what are you doing? Can you fire Yumeji? Straight up, just fire Yumeji. Yumeji, I'm sorry. If you've ever watched this video, if KLab is watching this video right now, I know KGS, some of them occasionally watch my videos. If anyone is watching that right now, you gotta get Yumeji fired. You gotta have him. No. You either gotta get him out of there, or you gotta figure out a better way to meet the quarterly reports than releasing this garbage. Because there's like so many people who got so mad that they straight up were like, wow, we used to care about this game, club versus club. Wow, we were really into it. We're done. We're out. We're out. I don't want to play this anymore. Aaron has been fuming in Discord for hours. Aaron's like one of the smartest players in this game, and he's just like, oh, I'm done. My friend Danny, who this game is one of the ways that I was planning on staying connected with him while he no longer lives here, doesn't want to play anymore because he doesn't want to deal with this crap. He plays blue. This is stupid. Stats minus 2%. Rating A is the first of his hidden abilities that isn't monstrously insane. He matches up with a blue player. They're 2% weaker. Wow, it's not the end of the world, but considering that blue was his counter, it's just a slap in the face. What are you doing? Low ball request. By the way, this is a lot more terrifying when you realize that he has the best volley stat in the game post limit break. It's good that his only volleys are A volleys, but they cap at 320. That means that his A volley is a 61.5k total check. And that means that his S long distance shot is a 70k check, which means that the difference is not as crazy as you think it is, and the volley is bonkers. And there are no goalkeepers that are good against low flying balls. So there you have that. His stats, stamina 1,220, very high. His in-match stats, as you can see, his stats look pretty whatever at first glance, and even the in-match ones are like, wow, I mean, he's not that crazy. 8.4k dribble, 10.3k shot, 8.9k pass, 8.3k tackle, 8.7k intercept. You're thinking, well, that doesn't look that broken, right? Even though he's good at low ball. Well, what happens is that when you give him 30% and you limit break him as I limit broke him, he becomes indisputably one of the best characters in the game. No, the best character in the game. Let's stop beating around the bush. This is the best character in the game. 11.8k dribble, 12.4k pass, 11.7k tackle, and 12.4k intercept. That's like Red Pierre limited numbers, best midfielder in the game, but by the way, also 15.3k shot, which Pierre definitely could not do. This is hilariously dumb. On every level, it is actually offensive how good this is. I don't understand. For a skill build, if you're playing him in the midfield, you keep the Rovis shot because you can't do anything about it. You teach him Bob and Weave EX. Then you give him All Japan's Golden Trio, A. You can also teach him a triangle long pass if you want, and you don't want to also run him with Misaki every time, but run him with Misaki. Stop kidding yourself. A. All Japan's Golden Trio, A. Bob and Weave Defense, and S. Juggling Dribble. His best skill build doesn't change even with hidden ability evolution. This is his best skill build 4, is the same now. He's mostly unstoppable. Once you level up all his skills, his stats can basically carry him through any matchup. His 1-2 can't be cut except by very specialized top tier pass cutters. There will be a PvP video where I upload where this character, before hidden ability, gets pass cut with 3 skill A 60 or better pass cuts, and he gets through all of them with an A80, and that was before the buff. You could just dribble past people pass cutting, but you don't even have to. Just A1-2 and laugh at them. His shots can't be stopped without serious block investment. They're always a drain on your goalkeeper. The shot isn't even that expensive, and he has tons of stamina to use it. Welcome back, Aoi. You really weren't overshadowed for long. But no, not welcome back. Get out of the game. You suck. You're broken. I hate you. You're seriously stupid. I basically have been saving up all my vitriol for this moment. I'm so annoyed. Whatever. Skill build forward. If you want to actually play him in forward, you can replace the tackle with A Nutmeg Rovesciata because you have Bob and Weave interception. You really don't need the tackle. You could also just do something else. You get rid of, I don't know what you get rid of. Just get rid of the tackle and limit break him differently. Instead of tackle, go all speed. That'll be fine. I guess if you want to play him at forward to take advantage of incredibly expensive 61k volley checks, inexpensive 61k volley checks on opposing goalkeepers because you like the animation of Aoi sneaking a bond between a goalkeeper's legs. This is the build for you. Nutmeg Rovesciata or dashing direct jumping volley. If you like that one more, some people do. I think it's actually both. They're both cool looking skills. They both hit a 61.5k check with the provided limit break. Worth running at the front. He is a forward, an attacking midfielder, or a defensive midfielder. His roles are striker because he can score, defense because he can take the ball, clogger because he has auto intercept, and enabler because he can pass the ball to anybody else he wants. Rate him as the best character in the game. Should you go for broke for him? Yes, 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 yes. Mortgage the house, mortgage the car, mortgage your cat, mortgage your life away. This character's broken. If you intend on still playing the game and you're anywhere close to being able to build anything with this character on it, even if you're not, it's time to switch. This is the character to play. This character doesn't care about Dreamfest Genzo. He doesn't care about Mueller. He cares a little. He cares the smallest amount about Mueller. He doesn't care about Red Genzo. He doesn't care about Morisaki. He doesn't care about anyone. This character comes, ruins your game. Congratulations. Thank you, KLab, for shifting the meta once more to this character, probably for another 6 months, because the way that you guys actually make changes that are meaningful to the game is at a glacier's pace. And really, listen, I need to rant for a bit. I don't understand why this character exists at all. Originally, I didn't understand why they made him, and now I really don't understand why he's like this at this point of the game. I think it's important that KLab released 2 different characters that overshadow the original version of this Aoi that were both Dreamfest characters. It was very important because it showed that this character, despite being really good originally, he needed to be an anomaly. Dreamfest class units were supposed to be the real #1. For a while though, even after he was starting to get real dumb, the game started feeling kind of normal because even though there wasn't really a green goalkeeper that could do anything about him, because Salinas tried and boy did he fail, it felt like green, despite being weaker, could still kind of compete a little bit on the fringes of the game and could really put the hurt on opponents, especially during the Dream Cup, where this guy's like baloney was kind of neutralized. He still won games by himself sometimes, but you could still deal with it. But it wasn't hard for him to get into the box. It wasn't hard for him to just be obnoxious. So it wasn't like that nuts, but it was still like you can handle it. But right now, it feels like when you make this unit, when you make him so immensely strong, it undoes a lot of the good work that KLab has been doing lately when it comes to player designs. There's been some really cool player designs and some cool player design ideas, and this one is not one of them. Like, we know that the official uniform players are supposed to be cool and unique and collectible. But this Aoi, and to a lesser extent, the blue event Tsubasa from the same time period, have kind of, since their creation, flown in the face of what makes sense to create as a limited character. Here's a character that completely counters an entire color by himself, which he was already doing before. And then we released a unit that sort of survived him, and then we immediately released a counter to that again. Like, Blue Hugo right now with Takeshi on the field was enough to deal with Dreamfest Genzo. There's literally videos of him just getting like trucked over and over again, even with perfect SGK. There's videos of Red Brave Tiger Shot Hugo just trucking him. Raiju Hugo was enough to truck Green Genzo, and really, like most red teams, could still truck Green Genzo because it's green. Like S99 Neofire Shot, Schneider wasn't really sweating it that much. He was still blowing him away, but it was more like how Hino used to have to blow away Red Genzo, right? So like Red finally understood a little bit. Like maybe the only problem was Blue Europe, and even then Morientes is good enough, and the new Pierre was good enough with Field of Dreams, and the old Blue Napoleon that came out with World Cup victory was also good enough. So this character just, I don't understand. I don't know what KLab is doing, what it's doing. Feels like after every good decision, they kind of just try to screw it up all right after. And I don't know what's going to happen to the game if they keep doing stuff like this. I already pulled. I got Nita twice. I didn't get really anything else. I didn't get this Aoi. I actually really wasn't looking for Aoi. I was looking for the green Defender Jito, the new one. And it gave me the Intercept Jito like twice. The crappy one from high school. It is what it is. I don't know what KLab is doing. I don't know. I can't recommend pulling on any of this. Because it just encourages their behavior, but by the same token, if you don't do it and you don't get this character or you don't get the good characters, you're going to be behind everyone else. And also, this is one of those banners where you pull a lot and you get SSR black balls and all sorts of other stuff. I don't know. I just think that the rewards for pulling temples should always be in the game instead of just during banners like this. And I think this banner is toxic. I think this character is toxic. I think he's bad for the game. And I don't know. I don't have anything interesting or witty to end with this video with. You already know what to do if you want to subscribe, all that stuff. Just thanks. I'm really disappointed. This is not the direction I was hoping the game was going in. Everything so far has been really good, and then this, like, it's a really good way of completely shitting over all the goodwill that you built over a period of time. Like, for example, if I run a tournament, I'm literally going to ban Aoi, and a lot of people are going to be mad. It's like, why are you banning this character? And I'd be like, because I think he ruins the game. If you don't like it, you can go play another tournament. And people are going to be mad. You're going to create, that's the kind of split you're going to create, because I don't think it's cool that there's a character that completely counters a whole color. I'm literally going to be like, if you've hit an ability evolved Aoi, you can't play him. You can only play him before pre-evolution. So if you want to play in a tournament, I hope you don't evolve him, because that's the only way you're getting in. If I see you with him in a tournament, I'm just gonna ban you. Like, you're out. That's all I got. This is real stupid. Sorry, guys. Cause I thought I can't end the video on anything more positive than that. Just is what it is. Hope to see you guys soon. Although there is a little bit. If you got this guy, you're still in there, right? Also, oh, wonder what this is. Huh. Maybe the Spada's guess wasn't a very good guess after all.